What a beautiful setting up here. This is absolutely beautiful.
Isn't it great?
It is.
We are so fortunate and blessed. It's just crazy.
I'm glad we can still get together a little bit. Maybe
Yeah.
not inside or anything, but at least we can sit outside out here with a little bit of distancing
Right.
and be able to be safe and sane at the
We
same
are
time.
6 feet, right, Chris?
Yeah, well, put your arm out. Yeah, we're 6 feet.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
we can't touch.
We're safe.
Yeah.
You know, I was reminded the other day how fortunate and blessed we are. We had a air conditioner guy come up to give us an estimate on the house, and he pulled in and he said, "Wow, this is amazing up here." And by the way, we're getting air conditioning.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
But it just kind of reminded me how much I take for granted with my life, you know, my health, but especially where I live, and especially when all these people, you know, living in the cities are suffering. I just can't imagine living on the 3rd floor of a high-rise in a little apartment in New York, you know.
So true. It's a different concept being out here living in the country.
Yeah, we haven't really had to change our lives all that much, although don't get me wrong, when we go into town, we're very careful. Very careful.
Well, with Mother's Day coming up, that highlights something that how this restricts our life.
It does.
Because you've got a brand new grandbaby.
I do. And I already haven't seen her for 9 weeks.
Wow.
Because I was actually over in Atascadero at Carly's when the governor announced the stay in place or whatever, shelter in place order. And so I drove home and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I wonder when I'll ever get to go back over there and see them, you know? And here it's been all this time later, and now Mother's Day coming up, and, you know, there's no way I'm not going to threaten, especially my mom, so.
Yeah. So how are you going to celebrate Mother's Day this year? What do you think? What are you thinking?
Well, you know, Carly and I were talking the other day, and we were talking about this and these stimulus checks that everybody's getting. She said, you know, Mom, I feel guilty getting one because we're doing well. We have everything we could want. And she said, there are so many people out there that don't, you know, that are really struggling. People have never been without a job, you know. And she said, I think I'm going to give mine away. And I thought, what a cool idea. And I said, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? And she said, well, I don't know yet. Well, then a couple weeks later, we were talking, and I said, hey, have you figured out what you're going to do with that stimulus money? And she said, well, as a matter of fact, I bought, you know, she's a healthcare provider and over on the coast, and has 5 different rehab convalescent facilities that she manages. And she says, you know, some of these people are short-term stay and some are long-term. But she said, Mom, they're so bored. You know, family can't visit. And, you know, some are really old, some have dementia. And so she says, you know, I bought some puzzles and I bought some large print books.
Okay.
And also dolls. She said that a lot of these, especially women, but the older dementia patients, they get a lot of comfort in dolls, having a doll. Yeah. And she said some of them have had them so long they're just tattered, you know. So she did that so far. She said she'll probably do more. Yeah, how cool is that?
That is cool.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So as far as what I'm going to do, I think I want to kind of follow her lead, to tell you the truth. You know, I'm not sure, you know, what I'll do yet, but I do feel so fortunate. And there's so many people who aren't and are really truly suffering, even right here in our community.
Yeah, it's true.
So
pay it forward. Huh?
yeah, pay it forward, exactly. I mean, it's not a new thing to pay it forward.
Yeah.
But so many of us are probably not able to be with our kids and our parents for Mother's Day, and we're all separated and alone.
Yeah.
And what a neat way to kind of give yourself a Mother's Day present. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That is
Because
true.
it's heartwarming, you
Yeah,
know?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to
Excellent.
do. Yeah.
You know, I love that poem that you found from the 1918
Oh, yeah.
Spanish flu thing. And
Can I read it?
Can you share that?
Yeah, I love it too. Okay, this is a poem, written by Kathleen O'Meara in 1869, and it was reprinted in 1919 pandemic.
Okay, during the
The Spanish flu. And it says, and people stayed at home and read books and listened, and they rested and did exercises and made art and played and learned new ways of being and stopped and listened more deeply. Someone meditated, someone prayed, someone met their shadow, and people began to think differently, and people healed. And in the absence of people who lived in ignorant ways, dangerous and meaningless and heartless, the earth also began to heal. And when the danger ended and people found themselves, they grieved for the dead and made new choices and dreamed of new visions and created new ways of living and completely healed the earth just as they were healed.
Wow.
Is that cool?
New visions, dream new dreams,
Yeah.
create a
Right.
new, get smarter by the experiences that we've gone through. Wow.
Right.
May it be again that history repeats itself again.
Yeah.
Though the days may never be the same, may they be better.
Right.
Yeah.
There's just so much to be learned by it all, and it's easy to get caught up in the woe is me attitude. I can't be with my family, and I can't go anywhere. I can't go shopping. I can't go on vacation. But I see a lot of good in humanity these days too, and I think the whole pay it forward thing right now just kind of really fits in with. Don't you notice? It seems like there's more love going around.
I think people are slowing down, thinking about reprioritizing.
Yeah.
And,
The new
gotta use
normal.
it for good.
Yeah. I mean, why not?
Amen.
We're all stuck in it together,
That's the truth.
So,
Well, thank you so much. Yeah, I enjoyed
bet.
having this little conversation
Me
with
too.
you. Appreciate you being willing to do that.
yeah. So I'd like to challenge folks out there. Maybe for Mother's Day, just find something that makes you feel good, and it'll be your own Mother's Day for yourself.
A great challenge. All right. Well, happy Mother's Day.
Thank you, Chris. I'd hug you, but I can't.